CrossroadsIRL.com.
Oh, you're about to get stirred up. You're about to hear a message from someone whose family actually lived through communism. And the leftists don't want you to hear this because they want you to think that America is so horrible and that socialism is great and democratic socialism is amazing. But this is actually the end product of that kind of thinking, and he's about to give you the message.
This is the scariest sound you will hear when you live in a communist country. This is the last sound my parents heard when their fathers were taken away in the middle of the night, and they never saw their loved ones again. That's the sound of losing your freedom, the sound of always living in fear. That's my family's real life story. We escaped from Vietnam just days before Saigon fell to the communists. We were given a new life in the most generous country on earth. America saved.
Yeah, and the leftists want you to believe that America is such a horrible place, is a worst country on the planet. Oh my goodness! Look, anyone, like there are 7 billion people on the planet, and America only accounts for a couple of 100 million people. Okay, any one of those other 6 point something billion people would trade their right arm and leg in exchange for your citizenship. They'll give you their right arm and leg if you would trade your citizenship with them. That is how good you guys have it.
America saved my life. I graduated from the United States Naval Academy. I earned a master's in physics and fellowships at MIT and Harvard before the left replaced merit with racial quotas. I spent my life trying to repay my debt to America, my country, our country, with 25 years of service in Navy Special Operations, combat in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Somalia. But now our country has taken a dark turn. That's Joe Biden's Justice Department sending 24 armed agents to arrest a pro-life activist in front of his family. That's Joe Biden's IRS raiding a gun shop and seizing thousands of records from law-abiding gun owners. Our names, our addresses, our social security numbers.
And they don't tell you these things. They say that Joe Biden's presidency was way better than Donald Trump. You have Joy Behar claiming that America might not survive these 3 years. Ooh. But they were perfectly fine with Joe Biden doing all of these things.
That's Joe Biden arresting his challenger in the next election, a former president of the United States. And now a different sound. That's the sound of someone breaking into your home or business. The sound of crime destroying our cities and communities. That's how it all starts. They let criminals back on our streets. Millions of illegal immigrants pour across our border each year, including military-aged men from all over the world, and enough fentanyl to kill every man, woman, and child in this country. And the Biden family? Well, that's how it works in a dictatorship. The rules don't apply to the rulers. We are losing our country. You know it, but you also know you can't say it. We're forced to say that wrong is right. We're forced to lie. We can't let that happen.
Yep, they cancel you when you say, look, this doesn't make any sense. And then you're suddenly a bigot. And that's how it works. They silence you and they force you to comply, else you lose something. And that's the highway to authoritarianism. But no, when Donald Trump is trying to give the American people their speech back and their freedoms back, he's the authoritarian, he's the dictator, he's the fascist.
I've been all over the world. Believe me when I tell you, if America fails, there's nowhere else to go. I'm Hung Kao.
Yes, I want to point that out because that's the part that bothers me the most. Americans think that there's a fallback. I mean, because you have a blue passport and you can fly to any country in the world doesn't mean that those countries are suitable as refugee countries. If America falls, that blue passport means nothing. It means nothing. So you guys need to pay attention to what's going on in your country. I'm just saying it as someone who loves your country. And I honestly am concerned that a lot of young people don't understand what they're asking for when they push for certain policies that are being promoted by the leftist Democrat Party.
If America fails, there's nowhere else to go. I'm Hung Kao, retired Navy captain, running for United States Senate. I still believe America can be the land of opportunity. I have an obligation to fight back against those who want to control our lives and disrupt our families. We need real fighters, not politicians, not bureaucrats, not keyboard warriors acting tough in a custom-made suit. No, not here in America. We must refuse to be intimidated. We must be fearless. I'm Hung Kao. I'm running for Senate, and I approve this message because I'm not done fighting for us.
Badass. Oh, if you're a guy, you must have grown several more inches of chest hair. Well, sorry about that, man. But this is like one of those ads that kind of remind you of what fighting for your country really feels like. Yeah, well, the music in the background did help. Now, yeah, separate the music and the editing and everything that goes into this, but the messaging is actually true. Sitting in Africa, watching what was going on during the 4 years of the Biden presidency, I was very concerned for the United States and for the rest of the world, because a weak United States is bad for the world. If America falls, which country on the planet is large enough to provide refugee status to Americans fleeing their country because it's being destroyed from the inside? All right, it will be a refugee crisis that would essentially destroy the world. I guarantee you, because it will, first of all, the entire global economy hinges on America's generosity and their ability to buy stuff. And if that goes away, the world is going to be in a bad place. Two, who's going to be the world power? There are lots of things to go through. I don't want to dive into them, but these are scenarios that play out, and you need to really be careful about what you're asking for in your country. Socialism is not the way. Communism is not the way. Fascism is not the way. A Nazi regime is not the way. And so you do need to pray for your country. You do need to vote for patriots like him. And honestly, I'm glad I heard that he was finally confirmed. And you need more people like this in office. He's an immigrant, so there's nothing about him being racist when he says all the things that he's saying about immigration. He came in as an immigrant, was legally adopted by the United States, and he spent his life repaying the generosity of the United States. There are millions of stories out there. Okay, so the couple of 100,000 radicalized college students out there who are singing about how they hate their country while getting free tuition or being sponsored through school by their millionaire parents should just not register for you. These are the kinds of voices you need to listen to. And honestly, I believe that there's hope for America as long as the people with common sense go out there and vote and make their voices heard. Let me know what you think of my reaction to this. It's an advert. It's not news. I saw it and I felt like I wanted to share it with you. Let me know what you think about this, and give me your comments below about some of the thoughts that I gave and some of the things that he said about living in a communist country. Let me know, and I'll see you on the next one.
Subscribe.
Thanks for watching, liking, and sharing this video. Please subscribe, leave a super thank, and join my membership to keep me doing this. A huge thank you to my supporters listed on the screen. Thank you for your donations and membership.
Thanks for watching.